Assalamu alaikum, this is Naeem Raza and welcome to another exciting episode of Street Challenge. Where are we today? Well, let me give you some clues. We're in the East End of London, in the London borough of Hackney, an area in the 19th and 20th century that boasted many musical halls and theatres to rival the West End. Any ideas where we are? Well, let me give you some final clues. It still retains some of its urban, gritty edge, and many of the shops and the walls around here are plastered with graffiti. On top of that, it's become a very hip and fashionable place like myself. We are, of course, in Shoreditch. Let the challenge begin. What's your name?
I'm Jake.
My name's Jake as well. Adam.
Chris Ward.
I'm Simon.
Sonia.
I'm Marco.
My name's Christian.
My name's Lynn.
My name's Adam.
Eugene. Jackie.
Richard Tong.
And where are you from?
I'm from America.
I'm from London.
From Australia.
From Italy.
South Africa.
I'm from Chingford in East London.
I'm from Manchester.
Korea. London.
Singapore.
And what do you do?
Barber.
I'm a barber as well.
Barber.
I'm a teacher.
I'm a student.
I drive a coach on a coal mine.
I'm a street artist.
I work for the NHS.
I'm an English teacher.
I work for a charity.
Designing.
Muslims believe the story of Jonah and the whale. Is that true or false?
False.
Yes, true.
I would say false.
No idea.
I don't really know.
False.
Oh, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not a religious person. I don't know anything about... I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't think so. I think it's more Catholic, isn't it, or something? I don't know.
I'm gonna say false.
It's false.
I'm gonna say false.
False.
Why do you say false?
Because that's a film, isn't it? It's a popular contemporary film.
I was actually reading something lately that was talking about how difficult Christians and Jews have a hard time when they're asked about Jonah and the whale, and that the way I remember it, it was Jews and Christians, and it didn't include Muslims, so maybe that's why.
It's not an Islam history. I think it's a Jewish history.
I think that's a story from the Bible. I remember that from my school days.
Because, I mean, I'm not a Christian, but I'm aware that's not even in the Bible, so I would lean towards false.
I don't know, it just doesn't sound like a good story.
Why do you say it's true?
I believe you guys consider, and you're Muslim yourself, you guys consider the Christian Jesus as a prophet too, right?
It's actually true.
It's true.
It is a true story in the Bible and the Quran.
Oh, I've let the team down.
They do? Okay.
Okay.
It is mentioned in the Quran.
Yeah, okay.
It is true, yes. We do believe in Jonah and the whale. Right answer. Very good. Fantastic.
No, I didn't know that.
It is the wrong answer. It's actually true.
Is it?
We do believe it.
Ah, okay.
The answer is true. Okay. A Muslim's belief is A, to worship Muhammad. Do they believe that there is only one God and Muhammad is the last prophet? Or does he believe in the Trinity?
I think the first one.
I'll go with Trinity.
I'm going to go with the second one.
I think they believe in Muhammad.
I'm gonna say B.
I believe that second one.
I'd go with the second one.
That there's only one God. Number 2.
One God and Muhammad is his prophet.
I think the middle one, the second one.
I'm going to say the second answer, B.
The second one. Muhammad is the last prophet.
The second one.
I agree, I guess.
You agree with him? Any reason you say that?
Because I think there was a number of prophets.
I don't know, I just picked it out, I don't really know.
Actually, not that long ago, I read a very short introduction to the Quran.
Studying maybe at school, this thing.
I've heard it expressed numerous times. That's what I've always thought that Muslims believe.
I don't know how I know that. I just think that's true.
you know, I came from Singapore. We have Muslim as a nation. Yeah. So, but very little knowledge on Muslim.
Is it a guess?
Yes.
It's a good guess. They believe that there is only one God and Muhammad is the last prophet.
Oh.
It'll do for me. Well done. Thank you very much. It is the right answer. Well done. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's the right answer. It is the right answer. Brilliant. Which of the following is not one of the 5 pillars of Islam? Is it A, eating halal meat, praying, giving charity, or is it D, going to Mecca?
Giving charity.
Yeah, charity.
The halal meat one, it sounds like a trick question almost, because it's, I think, you know, you could be a vegetarian, couldn't you, in Islam? I don't know. I think if you eat meat, I think you probably have to eat halal meat.
Going to the Mecca for the pilgrimage.
I don't think everyone has to go to Mecca.
Giving charity.
I'm not entirely sure.
Is it halal meat?
Going to Mecca.
You think it's not one of the 5 pillars?
I don't think so.
I think the first one is the good one.
I'm saying Mecca. Like maybe it's more of an obligation than one of the pillars.
Maybe C.
I'll say the last one, the pilgrimage.
Eating halal.
A.
Why do you say that?
Don't feel like we're the type of people to give to charity.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because not everyone, I mean, how can everyone in the whole world go to Mecca?
I just think like the other 3 whatever sound pretty like that's what I would have thought. Yeah.
Because I know the other 3 are what Muslims do believe in.
I don't know. I think my own personal views is halal meat is a little bit cruel on animals because they don't get stunned, they get bled to death, and I'd like to believe that one because the rest are really nice choices like praying and giving to charity.
Because I believe that's Hindu. Am I incorrect in saying that?
The other ones all sound like they would be pillars.
Because I think the other 3 are.
Well, I don't know. I just guess. I believe that in your column did not really tell people that not supposed to eat or not what supposed to eat, what doesn't.
It is actually eating halal meat. It is actually eating halal meat.
Eating halal meat?
Is it? Okay.
It is the right answer.
Oh, brilliant.
You didn't guess for me.
Charity is a fundamental pillar of it. Yeah.
I didn't think the charity would be right.
Mecca is obviously not everybody can go, but if you have the money, the means and the wealth, but it is one of the 5 pillars that you should long to go.
Okay.
Fantastic, well done.
Yes.
Eating halal meat is the right answer. It's not one of the 5 pillars, you're right.
Yeah, so am I right?
Good.
Okay.
It's actually eating halal meat. Charity, Muslims give more to charity than any other community in this country.
Have you got proof on that though?
Yep. Well tested. Go online today when you get back to the office, Sheikh Google as they call him, and look for Muslim giving, and you'll find it's more than anybody else in this entire community.
Oh, well, of course. Sorry, that's
Mecca
Indian.
is a centre.
Of course,
of
of course.
Islam. %61% of all Muslims are Arab. True or false?
False.
I'm going to say false.
No.
False.
Yeah,
False.
true, yeah.
That's false.
I don't know, yeah.
False.
Yeah, true, sure.
Yeah, I'd say false, yeah.
61, I think it's too much, maybe. I think it's false.
Wow, false.
I think it would be false too.
False.
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 I think false.
False.
Why do you say false?
Guess, I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I think that's just a stereotype, and I think that there are Muslims all over the world.
I don't know. I saw the complete size of Muslims in the world now, and it was enormous. So that makes me think that maybe there's a chance that that's not the case, but I think it's still the overwhelming religion.
Well, in China, they have about 10 million of Chinese is Muslim. Yeah.
Good answer, sir. Well done indeed. They come from all over the place. Is the right answer?
Yeah, and they are European.
Yeah.
It's,
Indonesia, Malaysia.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
The largest Muslim nation is Indonesia.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Indonesia is big itself.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the right answer. Yep.
Oh, we're doing okay.
Right answer. The right answer, because the Arab countries are very, very small. It's the right answer.
Yeah.
It is false. Yep.
Religion.
False.
Is it? What is it? What's the percentage?
It's a fair old mix. Fair old
Okay,
mix.
yeah.
Arabs are not the majority.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at Indonesia, for example. It's the largest
Yeah.
Muslim population in the world.
Yeah.
Malaysia, Pakistan, India. India's got more Muslims than Pakistan has.
Yeah.
So, and some of those, if you look at some of the Arab countries, they're very small countries. They don't have huge
Right,
populations.
yeah.
Right answer. Good. Okay. It is false.
False.
Yeah. Women are forbidden to divorce in Islam. True or false?
False.
I think it's a different process, but also women can divorce.
I thought it was they can get divorced, but the husband must be down with the idea as well.
I'd say false.
I'll say false.
I say false.
True.
I think they are allowed to divorce, yeah.
False.
False.
It's true.
So if they want to divorce someone, then they can if they want.
I think I've read something on the news recently.
Probably everyone is forbidden to divorce.
I think that's false.
I think that's just another stereotype as well. What people hear and they think to believe, but
If it is true, like it's against like human rights, isn't it? It's like it's not equal at all. Like women should have equal rights to men.
Isn't the it's like they say it's the second most known verse in the Quran that women know, and it's like if it's so, divorce me or something.
They are allowed to divorce, so it's false. The statement is false. False.
It's false. Okay.
Women are allowed to divorce.
Okay, that's great.
You guys took a bit of time warming up, but you're doing well now. Well done. Good. Okay. Women and men alike are allowed to divorce. They're actually allowed to divorce. Yeah,
okay.
Men and women both. Yep.
Okay.
You're
So,
right.
yeah,
It is false.
yeah.
They are allowed to divorce. They can divorce, and there has to be a reason why they're divorcing.
Yeah.
They are indeed allowed to.
They are allowed. I
Yep.
see.
They are allowed. It is the right answer.
In Islam, divorce is seen as the final steps in trying to rectify a marriage and should not be done in haste, and should only be done if the marriage is beyond salvation. If a couple tried their best to reconcile their differences, but they still could not agree and they found impossible to live with each other, then only in that case they should separate in a proper and decent manner. Divorce can be initiated by the husband or the wife.
Why do Muslim women have to cover their hair? Is it because their dads or husbands told them to? Is it a commandment from God? Is it tradition, or is it to get ready for marriage?
It's a request from God.
I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, I'd say B, maybe.
I think it's tradition. It all comes down to personal choice, doesn't it?
It's tradition.
Me too, I suppose, the same.
Tradition from God?
Commandment from God?
Yep.
Yep.
Tradition. Because they're getting ready for marriage.
Okay, I'll say tradition as well.
I think it passed down from the culture, not so much about the religion, which is the family told her to do that.
I'd say it's tradition.
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 Yeah, tradition.
Any reason why you say that?
There's be a lot of people getting married if, you know.
Yeah, I think it'd be tradition. I don't think the husbands or anything asked them to.
I don't know. I think it's something, if your mother did it and your grandmother did it, it's.
Because it would be silly if it's just the husband's telling them no. And they're not getting married every day, and I see women with. No, that's with the first one.
Well, hair's quite a pretty thing, and if they choose to just keep it for their family, they keep it for home and their husband, and it's a privacy thing. That's what I thought it was.
Because of experiencing this information, I suppose.
Well, because women I used to work with, they wouldn't cover their hair, and then they would. And so I think maybe that's why.
It's actually a commandment from God. Fantastic. Right answer. Well done. It's actually a commandment from God. Okay. It's a good guess. It's the right answer. Yeah. The answer is very logical. You are right. It's actually a commandment from God. It's like a commandment to pray. It is the right answer. It's a commandment from God. The right answer actually is a commandment from God. It's a commandment from God.
Sorry.
It's actually a commandment from God. Oh, okay. Wrong.
Muslim women observe hijab because Allah, God, has commanded them to do so. In the Quran it says, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to bring down over themselves part of the outer garments. That is more suitable that they will be known and not be abused. And ever is Allah forgiving and merciful.
Muslims fast the same amount of days every year. Is that true or false?
I'd say true.
I think it is true. I think it's true.
Yeah, isn't it like 40 or 45 days or something like that, I think?
I think it's either it's, yeah, I know roughly the period it happens in.
Ramadan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long it is.
I mean, it could be like Easter, you know, sometimes Easter's late, so maybe I'm going to say true.
False.
True.
No, yeah, I'm going to say false.
Oh, true.
Yeah?
Maybe it might be a different allowance of time. I'm not sure how long Ramadan goes for.
True.
Ramadan, true.
Well, I suppose there are a few years it's going to be fewer in, 28-day months. So yes, I'd say yes on average.
No, because I think it depends on the moon, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to say no.
I think it's false.
False.
Well, I know Ramadan changes each year, the dates of it, so I'm going to say false.
Supposed to be 30 days every year. That's what I know.
Why do you say it's false?
Maybe it's from a date to a date and changes.
Because I think it's something to do with the days that it lands on. Yeah?
That is the right answer. It is false. It's the wrong answer.
It's wrong, okay.
I'll do. It's calculated by the lunar calendar.
Yeah.
You're right in the period. It's like Easter, it changes.
Yeah.
Because the Islamic calendar is based on the lunar calendar, it can be 29 or 30 days, so it's different every year.
Okay.
Based on the sighting of the moon.
Oh.
Wrong answer.
It's the wrong answer.
On average, it is a good answer. The answer is no, because they do fast 1 month. Right? It could be 29 or 30 days based on the lunar calendar.
Yeah.
Whose words are the words of the Quran? Are they the words of Ahmed, Muhammad, God, or Jesus?
I'd say Muhammad's.
God's.
Yeah, go with Muhammad.
Or Muhammad.
God.
God's more is a more general question, more general answer. So I'm going to say God.
It's God.
God's?
Ahmed.
I think they're God's words.
Muhammad, the Prophet. And I'm speaking under correction, because I don't know.
Muhammad?
I think the first answer.
Muhammad.
Muhammad?
Any reason why you say that?
Because they believe he's the last prophet?
Because I think, you know, it's like, it's the stories of God that have been maybe did God tell Allah, maybe? And then Allah wrote it?
He's a messenger or founder, whatever.
It's actually the word of God. Word of God is good for me.
Word of God.
God will do for me. It's the right answer indeed. God's the right answer.
Okay.
Okay.
You're both wrong. The words of God.
Okay.
With his hand he wrote it.
No, the Quran was transmitted to Muhammad orally by the angel Gabriel. Muhammad shared them with his companions and they wrote it down.
Okay.
He was known as the illiterate prophet. He didn't know how to read and write.
Illiterate, but that's Socrates, the Greek philosopher.
As told to the angel Gabriel, and then to Muhammad. Muslim women must marry by the age of what? Is it 14, 16, 18, or none of the above?
None of the above.
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 None of the above?
Maybe 18. I'm going to say none of the above.
I think they can marry when they want.
None of the above.
None of the above.
I think none of the above.
I don't think there's an age limit. I know lots of Muslim women who aren't married at any of those ages.
It should be any of it.
Why do you say that?
It's like better if you're forcing someone to like marry at a certain age, like you do it by choice, don't you, when you meet someone that you want to be with?
Because I've never heard that any women were obliged to marry at a certain age in the Islam religion.
None of the above is the right answer. That'll do for me. Lovely, well done guys. He's right. That'll do for me. It is the right answer. Fantastic. That'll do for me. It is the right answer. That'll do for me. It is the right answer. Lovely. Well, sadly, that's the end of another exciting and colourful episode from Shoreditch. So what did the hipsters of Shoreditch actually know about Islam and Muslims? 3 points. First and foremost, they weren't sure about the relationship between God and Muhammad, peace be upon him. They weren't sure about the commandment to wear hijab. And finally, they weren't sure about the generosity of Muslims in giving charity. We need to be more generous in giving information about Islam. Until the next time, please contact us on Facebook and Twitter. From myself, Naeem Raza, everybody at Street Challenge. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Street Challenge. This is Naeem Raza and we are... No, we're not. Go on. It's an area in the 19th and 20th century that had many theatres and music hall halls to start again. Very hip kind of place. It still retains some of its urban edge. It's gritty, something or other. Well, let me give you one last clue. It's a very urban, gritty, original state of buildings, graffiti, hipster, hoo-ha-ha. And finally, they weren't really sure about the generosity of Muslims. So we need to be a bit more generation. Just want to say, please keep in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter. Listen, we've got something for you. I'm going to dip your hand in there.
Okay.
Little something to keep you going.
Thank
Maybe
you.
you should have one for being very patient and waiting.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Kuwait.
Kuwait?
Yes.
MashaAllah. Nice to meet you, Habibi. Dip your hand in there, sir.
Oh, thank you so much.
We thank you.
Right, thank you.
Enjoy the day.
Cheers.
Jake and Jake haircuts.
Yeah.
Don't forget, a little something for you.
Oh, lovely. I'll have a Kit
I thought you
Kat.
should do that for your colleague for sitting so patiently. Dip your hand in there, sir. Cheers, mate.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Lovely.
Nice.
Oh, wonderful. I'll have an arrow.
Fantastic.
I don't know. We'll go Smarties because they're better.
And you,
than
sir?
that.
Can I take it?
Please.
Really?
Lovely.
Wow, thank you.
Fantastic. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Oh, thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Smarties.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely.